Yo, what's good? It's been on fire here, back with another video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another Madden 23 defense. Today we're going to be going over some more match coverage you guys like typically when I post that, so we're going to bring another video over the match coverage, and specifically we're going to run the cover 6. I was pretty surprised that I have not posted a video on this, considering you guys know I run it a fair amount, so we'll move it up just slightly there so you guys can see as my controller dies, I think, so that's not very good, but yeah, so cover 6, it's going to be down here. We're going to be in the nickel over formation. You guys know it's probably my favorite formation, and this is in the Kansas City Chiefs defensive playbook, my playbook. So personnel wise, you can get safeties here if you like. We're just going to use linebackers because they got some good linebackers in Pittsburgh. And yeah, overall, other than that, get some good pass rushers because it's going to be a standard 4-man rush. When you go to your coach adjustments, make sure you do have match coverage on as well. But yeah, other than that, cover 6, we're going to be facing some bunch content right here. And yeah, man, overall, let's get straight into it. So let's move the face cam back down. Hopefully that's even. I can't really tell. I think that actually is pretty even. Nice. So cover 6, taking a look at what we have. Why is it called cover 6? If you've never ran cover 6 or never cared to look it up, you probably might not even know why it's called cover 6. Now, cover 6 is the name because you have a cover 2 on the right side and a cover 4 on the left side, which, as I hope you guys all know, 4 plus 2 does indeed equal 6. So that is how you get the name cover 6. Now, cover 6 is going to be, once again, you have mainly match coverage on the left side of your quarters, and then you have Tampa 2 on the right side. So you want to play it strategically. Now, the first way I'm going to show you to run it is a more aggressive style of way, but let's go over it stock first, just to be smart. We'll show it stock. Now, when you're running it stock, I like to just use this vert hook. So I'm going to use our Miles Jack. Now, if you guys have watched the man blitzes and my gameplays, you want to kind of hover here. So hover here, and you're just going to run like this. Now, you notice something happens. You're going to get pressure. We're only rushing 4, but you do indeed get pressure. And that is caused by just hovering here, and you notice that it's going to get TJ Watt free. Again, this is 4-man rush, pretty standard stuff. If that halfback wasn't blocking, you're probably getting pressure. So just a pretty easy way off the bat to get pressure out of your cover 6 defense. So again, all I'm doing is hovering here, snapping the ball, and you see he almost gets pressure there. Now we do get the sack, but holy crap, Carson Wentz. But we almost actually got him straight through. Now, I believe when I ran it earlier, I was able to get pressure by just doing something like this, just flipped. We'll see if it does get pressure. And it didn't really work there. Now, again, you're rushing 4. You don't really expect to get pressure, but sometimes TJ Watt does get free on that, so I will say that. So once again, just the first way to run it, standard cover 2 on this side, cover 4 over here. Again, you see TJ Watt gets free, he does get picked up, but everything is defended well. If you're taking a look now, we have a soft spot on the right side with this player, and he's going to kind of play a man coverage assignment until he's passed off, and the safety's going to defend him. Over here on the left side with your corner route, it's going to be defended by our outside quarter, and then you have your quarter flat, which is going to match onto this tight end angle. Of course, the drag is taken by your 3 receiver hook, so everything in this route is defended well. And let's go into our next setup. Now, with our second setup, what we're going to do is a little bit more aggressive style of defense. What we're going to do is go ahead and throw our X cornerback, which is going to be Sutton here. We're going to throw him in a soft spot, and we're going to put Minka Fitzpatrick in a deep half. So here is the style of defense we're going to play. It's a little bit more aggressive, but you see it will be just a little bit different, and it should still work. You see everything is still defended pretty perfectly, so nothing really changed. It does just confuse him a little bit, and these things can throw him off. Now, again, same setup. I will show some different setups, but everything defended. The soft spot's still able to match on, kind of the same way the quarter flat did. So everything looks a little bit similar, but that setup can definitely be better against certain plays. Now, there are also certain plays that it will be probably worse against, things like verticals. So this setup, if he's running a lot of verticals, I would probably recommend against. Because if he's running verticals, then that is when you have things like A that can get open. Typically, that wheel route will be defended, but you want to watch A. And it's a tough situation because you notice that the running back's likely going to be open. Now he's not too open. The soft spot does match onto him, but that's a play that really does beat cover 6. And if he's running verticals, that's when you want to run some kind of a cover 4 maybe. It's kind of risky. If he's really killing you with cover 6, which you have to, or if he's really killing you with this coverage, what you probably have to do is go with a man coverage option on this right side, which we will show later, or if he's killing with you verticals. Now, if we have any corner out plays, I'm going to audible back to tight so I can show some corner outs like bench, and I might throw in a bunch audible because I mentioned that we want to, or I had bunch trail. I'm stupid, but that's unfortunate. We want to go to tight anyway, so let's go bench. Once again, cover 6 at the bottom there. You're going to pinch your whole defense. I didn't know if I said that, but that's all you're doing, pinch your whole defense. And you are going to simply be just like this. Again, we want to use this vert hook over here, and you're just going to snap the ball there. Now, there's one guy you have to use her, and it's the cover 2 side you have to address. It's going to be that corner route. Another thing with this defense, it's very important that you always run your cover 2 on the short side of the field. So short side is the right, they're on the right hash. We want cover 2 on the right side so that there's the least amount of space, because once again, they can be able to complete that pass. They would be wide open if our cover 2 is on the left. Since it's on the right, our safety actually has a chance to make the play. So that is the first setup. As far as our corner outs on this left-hand side, you see it should be defended pretty routinely, out route, and then our safety is going to take him. So pretty good defense. I think we can take it a step further potentially if we go soft squat deep half. Again, we're blitzing to get pressure over there with TJ Watt, and you see it is a little bit worse, but it still is overall defended. So and it has, again, these setups have their weaknesses and positives. Now, the other setup I was talking about was the man coverage setup. Now, I will show it in tight, and then we will switch over to the bunch, specifically verticals. And with this, you want to man up a couple of players. Now, it is tough because with this setup, I'm going to cancel my baseline, because you notice when your baseline pressed, this player stays inside. So it's going to be obvious that he's in man coverage unless you cancel your baseline press and just run it like this, which can be a good bluff for man coverage anyway. Now, you're going to man up the tight end as well. And then overall, you will still use you can either man up Miles Jack on the running back, or you can use the vert hook and just take him. I would probably just man him up, honestly, and then use the 3-rec over here. And this should create a pretty simple assignment. So overall, that is a good way to mix things up if he is really beating your cover 2 on that right-hand side. Just keep things simple. And overall, it's going to be better for you in the long run. Again, the moment you man up that player, it's going to be like that. So I would shade outside as well, especially if you're facing tight. But it's a good man coverage bluff when you're running something like this. Taking a look as an offensive player, what are you thinking? You're probably thinking some kind of a man coverage. There's no way you're expecting man or, cover 4 type thing. So you see, again, everything defended well. It's just really difficult to find someone open. And again, make sure you have good DBs, of course, which should be expected. Now, that is going to be it for your tight setups. Again, with tight, it's a little bit tough. Some other plays, let's go with like a slot post. And again, we'll pinch, go with this other setup. You can go cloud flat or soft squat. It really doesn't matter too much. Snap the ball. I'm going to take A immediately. We'll try and pass him off. But again, definitely has its weaknesses because the 3-rec hook is just a little bit inconsistent in this defense. So if you don't have a quarter there to match onto things, it can be a little bit risky. But I would mix in that cover 2 setup a little bit, especially if he's killing your cover 4. So if he's beating that cover 4 on the left side every single time, that's when you mix it in. Other than that, I would try and just run this play stock, honestly. If you guys watch my videos, you know majority of the time I'm running a stock. But I will show this man coverage setup. So let's audible 2 verticals. Now, it is going to take place on this side, so we're going to flip our coverage. We're going to pinch once again. But with this play, what you could go ahead and do is go with some man coverage. Now, with the man coverage, what I'm going to do is, first of all, man up the tight end. And then we're just going to man up these 2 players on the left-hand side. So what we have to worry about is going to be likely McLaurin. If you're a little bit scared of this look, you can run it like this, which probably gives you a little bit more confidence if someone like a Curtis Samuel happened to be on a, post route, like a deep corner. Because if they're out like this, it's going to kill you, but probably. So you could just play it safe like this. Again, I'm going to hover every single time no matter what. It's going to get some nice pressure, and we're just going to take RB, although you see RB is defended anyway. So We have our match coverage on the right, which is going to take 2 routes, including that deep wheel route as well as the crosser. And then we have man coverage on the other backside streak as well as the running back routes. You see really good coverage right there. Everything is defended. And we even have some extra help in this situation, including our outside quarter actually takes him. Now that might be a case of being on the short side of the field. We will flip our bunch, and I'll show it stock to see if it was defended. Because I mean, you guys noticed that first play, the tight end wheel was wide open when we ran bunch. So I'll flip it, and we'll see if that's truly the case. Otherwise, we will show it flipped with our original setup once again, that man coverage setup. So in this case, if let's say we don't have to man up the tight end, maybe we just straight up man up these 2 guys on the right side. So we man up these 2 guys and we just use a vert hook, which could definitely be an option as well. It allows you to hover here, and now boom, TJ Watt's getting pressure. So you see A is open, quick snap, RB. I'm not sure what happened there. With A, the way that it matches, and this could be because we're baseline press, you notice how it goes like this, and the outside quarter is going to match onto this guy. So there's certainly a window snap throw it right here. No doubt about it. Over here, I ran into him. Otherwise, he's defended pretty well. So we will show it verticals, and I'm going to cancel the baseline now so that we're just in normal coverage. And let's go ahead and flip the play. Again, we'll just throw Brian Robinson on like a wheel route. But again, your standard coverage for this is like this. And again, this is a good bluff man coverage. If I'm just running the play like this, I could be thinking it's man coverage because over Storm Brave looks the exact same as, you guys should know. So in this case, A is actually defended a little bit better, but it almost looks like he hits a step. So definitely have some faster corners if you're playing like that. Otherwise, you can just run that first setup we ran against the short side bunch and man the tight end if you have concerns. Overall, it's been a new video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.